It's time to talk horse racing, and it's a Thursday night, so that means Jon Hardoon is back as we once again take a look at just another week in thoroughbred racing, because we had the Kentucky Derby in the rear view, the Preakness coming up next week. So still a lot of big racing, of course, but a little bit of a downer. You know, that's what happens when you have the biggest race of the season just a few days ago. And Jon, how's everything going?
Everything is going good. No Triple Crown winner this year, as they announced
Yeah.
that this horse will not go in the Preakness. So he's
Oh,
passing.
he's already passing up.
Yeah.
See, that's what I told everybody that was asking me. Oh, that's supposed to be so great. No, it's not great. It's good for a couple of days, and that's it, because there's no Triple Crown contender. It's not good for the sport. It's only good for people who don't like horse racing, that just think
Well,
that's kind of cool that some underdog won.
it's good for people that bet $2. But here's the good news: no matter who I gave out, I wasn't. If I didn't give out Sideman Knife, or there was no way I was giving out the
No,
winner.
come
So
on.
so
No.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I'm
No.
saying? I can't feel bad about missing something. I didn't miss anything. There was no way I was having it. So.
Yeah, no, no, can't do anything on that. By the way, what do you do? What's your opinion on it? Because I asked Chad about it regarding whether or not you thought that any of the riders were to blame for the hot pace.
Well, the Japanese horse, Chad's great Japanese horse, put the whole thing on tilt. He was on the guy on the four, took off, and I don't know what he did, but
Summer is
whatever.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Summer is tomorrow, and
And
what are
then
you going to
Crown
do?
Pride was one of the other horses. I don't remember.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do when that happens. I mean, the bad news is that whoever was close was done. Including Cyberknife. He was sitting on the outside fifth. He was exactly where we wanted him to be.
Yep.
The only problem is they just went suicide.
Yeah.
They went faster in that race than the sprinters in the big stake went. What the hell's his name? The Asmussen horse, the horse that won. Oh, Jackie's Warrior.
Yes.
Okay, so they went faster in a mile and a quarter than the first half than they did in a sprint race.
It's
Those
crazy.
horses would toast.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
why I was like, Chad, so what was your reaction when you were watching it? And he goes, well, I wasn't paying attention to the time. All I was paying attention to was just, was watching the race. So he didn't realize how fast they were going. And he was like, well, this is great. He's in perfect position, just like you said. But as soon as I heard the announcer say they were going at a murderous pace and Cyberknife was third, I was like, oh, no.
yeah,
There you go.
And I thought personally that it was the two horse that won. I didn't even know the 21 won.
I know.
21 was in the race. And the funny thing is when they printed T-shirts and sweatshirts and souvenirs that they sold for the Kentucky Derby, he wasn't even on it. The winner was not on the T-shirts because he got in with 15 minutes to go the day before on Friday. So, that was just craziness, and that's what happened. And
it's one of those once every 30-year or 40-year things.
Yeah, it's like you said, I don't know how good it was for racing, but I guess I don't know. It was a spur of the moment thing. I don't know.
Well, again, because what happens is, at least if the horse would have raced in the Preakness, it would have potentially drew those underdog fans back again. But now that the horse isn't even racing in the Preakness, you're not even getting those fans to tune in.
No. Well, what you're going to get is the filly because she's running, and if they announced,
you knew that was going to happen. Lucas was going to do that.
And that's a big mistake, by the way, in my opinion. If a filly coming back on 2 weeks, I don't think you want it.
Lucas.
By the way, we're going to have a Preakness show with Chad. Will be joining us from what by popular demand. Chad is back, so that's good.
Preakness and Belmont, so he's agreed to do both.
We could always use some Chad he gets you perspective from behind the scenes on the back shirts, what's going on, and that's
he was actually he tipped everybody off that the horse was going to run on Saturday.
He thought that there would be another scratch.
Yeah.
I'm not at liberty to say who it was, but he thought for sure there would be someone else coming because he talks to everybody. He knows everything. People like him. They share information with him. And believe me, it's a big plus for us to have him. So.
Absolutely. So the Preakness, I'll be doing the show, of course, with Chad on Monday, too. So we'll have an opportunity to find out. We should know who's racing on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have some new shooter, Epicenter, Zandon, early voting from Chad Brown. He's a new shooter that didn't run. He'll be running. He finished second to Mo Donegal in the Wood when he just got beat on the wire. So he had to run a big race last time out, I would assume. So it's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah. So, and I would think the Belmont might even end up as a better race. I wonder if that Christopher horse, do you think that Christopher horse will run in the Belmont?
I don't think he can go that far. I don't
Okay.
think he'll run in that race. But you know, it's just good to have. So it is
But
what it is.
and we're going to be doing the two races at Belmont, by the way, on Saturday. One of the races we're doing is the Peter Pan, and that's for 3-year-olds. So what are these? So these are just horses that I noticed that there were a couple of horses that attempted to get into the Derby.
You're right. These are horses that didn't make enough points to get into. They used to run the Peter Pan, I think, a week or two before the Belmont. Now it's a month before, or 5 weeks before. They used to horses used to come out of the Peter Pan and go right into the Belmont.
Okay.
They've changed that over the last couple of years. So.
And the other race is going to be the Beaugay, the Grade 3 race, 9 and 10 at Belmont. So those would be the two races that we're going to handicap. Before we do that, it's just some quick promotional tips. If you'd like Jon's picks, don't forget to go to jonsheets.com. He's got a ton of packages there for your choosing. Obviously, patreon.com/PrimeSN. You could check out our Patreon page, because in about a minute, if you do not have membership in our Patreon page, this show is going to end for you. And only the members that have, by the way, it's only $5 a month. $5 a month. You get minimum average of 8 selections a month from Jon, including all of the analysis that Jon is going to give you on those minimum average 8 races per month. So not bad, not a bad deal for $5 a month. Also, the sheets, you know how big that is. It's everything as far as the handicapping on this show. And if you would like to purchase a sheet, now there's a couple different ways you can go about. Well, actually, there's one way. You go to the sheets website, but there's a couple things you need to know about it. Now, we have, of course, 2 races that we talk about each week. If you'd like, and you only want to pick one of the two, it's $5 for a sheet on just one race. So if you want both races, it's $10.
I've been getting emails requesting that we post the sheets on this. That you put it up and people could follow along. But that's just, I guess, too hard and too convoluted to do. So if you're interested in following along, you have to go to the Sheets website, and the website is thesheets.com, and you could purchase, every race is $5 if you want to buy the race to follow along. Other than that, that's the best we could do. We tried to do other things. I got some emails from Mr. Wong and other people, and we try to work it out. It just can't be done.
Yeah, so, I mean, what we'll do is, every once in a while, I will come up with a way to put the sheets up like before. Because here's the thing. What's really cool is that with the technology we have today, I can show the sheets in about 5 or 10 seconds. And all you have to do is stop, pause, rewind, fast forward, and you get all the sheets. But that's something that we'll work on for you as a bonus for being part of our patronage, of course, here on our Patreon page. So, but also, what is it, $40 for the entire card, Jon?
If you get the sheets are now $40 a set for that day's races at that particular, for each track. But as you buy more tracks, you get a discount. So if you buy 2 tracks, I think it comes to $35, whatever it is. But if you want to buy the individual races, and you could do that, it's $5 a race. Okay, Greg, let's begin.